We're an AI-first security company. Inspectiv has been securing companies for about 10 years. We work with some of the largest brands in the business on this. And then over the last year or so, we've really leaned in on the AI side and brought a lot of interesting AI things to our new product that we're launching soon. With the advent of AI usage across the board, we are getting more code than we've ever had, with more vulnerabilities in it than they've ever had, because AI is not perfect. We all know that. I can think of a feature and ship it today and generate more code than it would usually take me of a week by doing it by hand. But I still have security issues. I still have things I need to fix. We were running a couple Kubernetes clusters on bare metal, and it was all hand built versus using infrastructure as code. We had a full-time ops person that their full-time job was keeping those clusters up and running. Databases would fall over because we were running the databases inside of Kubernetes. Services would fall over, products would stop, people couldn't log in. It was extremely chaotic. A lot of things that you used to have to piece together from different open source or different vendors or different offerings, you'd have to piece all of those together, and you just get it out of the box from control plane. We can run our own Kubernetes, but then we got all these problems around security that to lock everything down and then be sure that it's locked down is the hard part. Control plane makes it super simple for me to simply say yes to some of those hardest things that used to be tremendously hard. And so before control plane, we're actually spending about what we were spending when I started on control plane now, and have gone from a handful of microservices with a couple databases to, dozens of different systems and different workloads. If I was to go build what we have and run it in a more traditional way, it probably would cost us 3 to 4 times as much. Plus I'd have to hire 2 or 3 people that are experienced and know what they're doing. And I still feel like there would be gaps in terms of that observability piece, the control and the auditing, and we'd be putting together a bunch of different things that we would then have to maintain. So it's less about the price to recreate it. It's more about the operational long-term maintainability of it, where I see the best cost savings. And so what control plane allowed us to do, and we even leveraged this recently, is be able to get our workloads in the right cloud, the right region to support a customer need or our own needs. So Inspectiv doesn't spend a lot of time actively comparing every cloud provider for everything in compute and storage. We effectively use control plane to take advantage of the cloud compute arbitrage. Because control plane has the ability to run on multiple different cloud providers, like all of that I don't really worry about anymore. I just focus on maximizing the value we provide for our customers. Our new product that is very AI native and focused on that tight find and fix loop is almost all AI workloads. It's AI tasks, it's agents working on desktops, it's doing all sorts of amazing things. A lot of people have just gone and they just send all of your data to one of the foundation model companies. And that doesn't fly. All of our customers said, do not send my data to OpenAI, do not send my data to Anthropic. And so we were like, well, how do we solve this? Well, we solved it by using GPUs and our own inference layer. Our customers' data, we have really sophisticated AI, and it's not going outside of our zone of control. When a foundation model changes their pricing structure and suddenly it's 10x, and well, what do you do? I've seen people who their products break because they rely on external inference from a pricing perspective. And we don't have that challenge. I don't need to go to someone else. I don't have to go vet another vendor. I don't have to go through compliance and security and all these other things just to get access to specific GPUs. I had assumed that there would be some level of support, but when things went wrong, we had like 5 or 6 people, in Slack threads. We had huddles going, Zoom calls, helping diagnose and fix. If we had had to invest in that team, 6 or 7 people that their whole purpose is to keep us up and running, like that would have been a serious investment. So we got it's like getting an NBA team to come play your high school tournament for you, just unexpectedly. There's been a surge where building things is so much easier, but then you hit a wall when actually getting it shipped. And that's the chasm that a lot of these like apps that people are building or vibe coding have a really hard time crossing. Hey, I built this over the weekend. I want to get it in front of customers. And it always hits architecture, security, and infrastructure. What we've leveraged control plane for is streamlining the guardrails and also the process to get code that is coming from AI secure, reviewed, but it's basically build a feature and release it in a day. We've taken AI and control plane and merged them together so that our infrastructure hurdle, that chasm, is a lot easier to cross and much faster.